This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Go! 180! Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 50. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! In your face.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll run it with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
180. 52. Lock in, lock in. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The 47-yard line.
Right now. 180. Move it down. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Express.
On 1st down, Manning. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a give, right side. It's Manning. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 2nd down throw. For the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's third down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. They ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Under crunch. Alert three. Alert three. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Under 10. 10.
They'll run on first down. Manning. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
A gain of 2 brings up second down.
On second down, it's Manning. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
No gain on play. Second and 10.
On second down, Jacobs. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now again, right side, Manning. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 16.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Trubisky looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Trubisky. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. Right 85. Check it back.
They'll try the left side. It's Manning. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now on first down. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Manning. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, 734. Switch.
On 3rd down, it's Manning, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On first down, Manning. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
93.
On 3rd down, it's Manning. And he is is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. Boy, shifts past him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Trubisky now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. A pass there complete to Sutton, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Throwing here, Trubisky. He gets this one to Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They go with a fullback line, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th down. Here's Trubisky.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball games.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert! Hey, Haywood! Switch! No, check that.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Manning. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a third and long.
It's now third down and long.
53
On third and long, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 23 yards on the play. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, fellas.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
637. Express.
From just shy of midfield, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got it. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Trubisky will throw. He completes it to Jones. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
I'm going to run you over. Where's 52? Alert, 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 alert. 52's the mic. On the yard. On the yard. Hey, high 7. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, Mike 52, Mike. Alert, 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 alert.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Now Trubisky on 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
At the 46-yard line.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Here we go, D. Here come again. Here I come
and
again.
Movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's got a man, it's his fullback. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Trubisky being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. He'll let this go. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't White Monday. No.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Manning. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Manning. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. Second and 11. On second and 11 now. Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Well, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3, and he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Broncos.
On first down, Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Delta. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Get ready. Get ready.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Alpha.
Now it's Trubisky. Room to run past midfield. Complete to Jones. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Markel Lee able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
5-2's the mic. Ran, talk. I got one. My 52, smooth. Let's go, G, tighten up.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
52's the mic, 52. Let's go. 52. Hey, echo. 52's the mic. Hey, ball.
They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. It's Manning. Oh, able to avoid him. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A pass there complete to Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. But a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Manning. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
He's crouching.
They'll run on first down. It's Manning. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. 18. No, check that.
One last shot for Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boom!
So this one, a victory for the...